Do you want to play a game?
What's poppin', yo? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be reviewing Dead by Daylight, which is a game which I have recently got back into and that I have been playing on the channel for the Halloween period. So I did want to review it and talk about it, and it's got a pretty addictive, very simple, very good gameplay loop. And so we're going to start off with the gameplay, and we'll get into the crossovers and the characters later. So how the gameplay works is there is 4 survivors which cannot talk to each other unless you are all in an Xbox party. So you're kind of just on your own. You're not like communicating with these people. There's no sort of chat where you can, like, proximity chat where if you're close to each other you can talk to each other, although I think proximity chat would be quite good. There is people out there which would ruin it for everybody else and just be absolute little dickheads online, because there always is, and it'll be a lot to manage, and I can understand why they're staying away from that. But there is also one killer in the match who is one sole job is to kill the 4 survivors before they can fix 5 generators and escape. So that's their whole goal. You gotta fix 5 generators and escape. But it's not that easy, because the generators don't get fixed like that. You gotta go for it. And there is a little circle and a little dial which you have to hit at the perfect moment, which if you hit at the right time, this fucking sweet spot, if you get like the little clit, like boom, you got it. It speeds up the repair process. If you fuck up, if you miss, it explodes, makes a loud noise, alerts the monster, killer, whoever you want to call it, to your location, and also sets the generator back a little bit. So you have to do this 5 times whilst finding said generators, because you don't know where they are, unless you have a map which does reveal them for a little bit, or a perk which will reveal them. The killer knows exactly where they all are, and knows exactly where all the hooks are as well. Normally next to every generator there is a hook, so if you see a hook, there'll be a generator quite close by. That's just how I've noticed the game. I'm going to be honest, I noticed the hooks before I noticed the generators. So if you're near a hook, there should be a generator close by. Just a little word of advice, just my little tidbit of what I've discovered with playing on the Dead by Daylight maps. And yeah, the Dead by Daylight obviously has their own characters, their own roster, their own creations, from the Trapper Killer, who can place traps and gets you caught, which you then have to wiggle out of, and there is the Legion, who is like a speedy motherfucker, he can sprint after you, and then there's collab characters like Pyramid Head, Ghostface, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Chucky, Kaneki, the Demogorgon. Trying to think of more. I know there's more, but the girl from The Ring. There is so many different collab characters here, and that's what keeps people interested in the game. That's what keeps people coming back, because when there's a new collab, that's cool as fuck. People get excited. People want to come and see what the character can do. Even Springtrap has now got his own character, which is sick as fuck. And I'm going to be honest, I bought Ghostface, and they're not expensive either. It's not like Fortnite, where you got to pay £10 for a new character. It's not like Overwatch, where you got to pay 20 quid for a new character. It's not like Apex, where you got to pay 15 quid for a new character. You gotta pay £3, £3.75 for being specific. That's not a lot for a new character. That is, like, genuinely so good. That is so hype, actually. I am so happy that Dead by Daylight has characters for so cheap, and they have such an interesting progressive system as well, where you earn blood points just for playing the game, just for doing actions in the game, what you have to do in the game. Literally, for every, like, generator you do, or for every unhook that you do, every revive, every heal, it gets you blood points, which you can then use to upgrade your characters, to level them up. Get them to level 5, you unlock another perk slot. Level 10, another perk slot. Level 15, another perk slot. Level 50, you can then have those perks on other characters as well, which is genuinely really good. Like, you can unlock perks on other characters. There's even some collab characters for the heroes, like Steve Harrington and Nancy Wheeler from Stranger Things. Leon Kennedy and the rest of the Resident Evil gang also make their way here. There's Lara Croft, which is a really out there character, not gonna lie. Don't know why Lara Croft is here, but she is here, and I'm glad she's here because I love Lara Croft. Sometimes the voice actors can be brilliant. The voice acting in this game is really hit or miss. Lara Croft's voice actor reprised their role. I do believe Leon Kennedy's voice actor reprised his role. Steve Harrington's voice actor unfortunately did not reprise his role, and he sounds like a fucking seagull. And that is a meme. That is a meme. amongst the Dead by Daylight community. Seagull Steve with his squawks, his squeals, and I'm going to be honest, I like Steve. He's my favourite character from Stranger Things, so of course I bought him, of course I made him, with Lara Croft and Belmont being my swap outs if I do decide to switch it up a little bit, because I do like Lara Croft and Belmont's perks. They are very good. Each character has, I do believe, 3 to 4 unique perks, which are exclusive to them, and give them special abilities, which gives it a unique play experience, play style, and again, if you level the character up to level 50, you can unlock these perks and make them better, upgrade them from, I do believe, green to blue to purple, very similar to the Fortnite ranking system, to like uncommon, and epic. Very, very good ranking system. It's great, and it makes the character stronger and a lot more fun to use. Continuing, there's so many different maps to play on. So you have the Alien map from, Alien. You have the city or the town from Halloween. You can have the Saw bathroom. There's so many different maps and places to play, which have so many hidden details, Easter eggs, and fun little things to go about and discover as you're running about looking for these generators. It's just so fun. And you don't really get to play on the same map all too often. It's always randomized, it's fun, it's like a lottery, it's like a little lucky dip, seeing where you're going to be, who you're up against. Some killers have an absolute piss take to them, like the Huntress and the Trickster, who can throw fucking hatchets and knives at you, which I think is bullshit, by the way, and I fucking despise. That is their gimmick, and I fucking hate it. I hate it when they can throw shit at you, because you can be running around and running away, dodging and weaving, leaping, jumping, sliding, and they're just gonna fucking throw an axe at you. Bam, you're done, you're not that guy. Hate that. Very fucking livid. I genuinely hate going up against Huntress. Now, being a killer, they are faster than you, which is obviously fair, because they normally are in horror games. In most horror games, they are normally faster than you, and putting you on a hook gives you you get 3 hooks before you die. First hook is basically you just chilling there. You do have a 4% chance of getting off the hook if you do try and self-unhook, but you have 3 attempts at that before you do get put into the second stage, which does make it so that you do get impaled and then get dragged into the sky, where you are then dead. So there is 3 stages of being hooked, and in being that 3 stages, you basically get fucked. So try and avoid getting hooked, but it is unavoidable sometimes, because they do like to slug you and also chase you, which is unfortunate, but they will hunt you down. They will target one person and stay with that person. There is different play styles, and a lot of people are little rats, and they will just stay around the hook so that no one can get them off, and then also can put them straight back on when they do get off. So it is really unfortunate how some people do play this game. It leaves it to be very annoying and get very frustrated if they're not letting you actually play the game by keeping putting you on hooks. But they find that funny. They find that really exciting and exhilarating, and being a killer, you're on your own. You're playing solo. It is just you. And when you are playing solo, you have no one to talk to. And the queues are also longer, because more people do want to be killers than want to be survivors. Whereas survivors, you basically get a game instantaneously. This game is not dead. This game has so many players online. I'm going to be honest, I don't know the exact number, but there is so many people playing this game, especially around Halloween time. There is so many people on, so you get games so quickly, and it is really fun. And especially with the new characters coming every couple of months, I do believe it's every 3 to 4 months we do get a new villain or a new survivor or both. So it does bring another wave of people back to the game to check it out, and their roster of collaborations is huge. It's fucking huge. And again, with the collaborations, they're really cheap. Not like Fortnite, or not like Rocket League or anything like that. They're cheap and they're good. They have their unique abilities. It's not pay to win. They're not unbalanced. Majority of the time they are quite balanced and very well done. Very well modeled, very well put out there. I think it's really cool and really, really thought out. And I like that. Obviously, there is some monetization to it, where you can buy separate skins for characters, and that's where they try and get you with money, but you don't need to do that. Once you have the base character for £3, that's it. That's it. You no longer need to spend any money. You're no longer required to spend any more money. But you could spend £10 to get a new Steve Harrington skin, to have him wearing his babysitter outfit, or have him wearing his Scoops Ahoy outfit. Or if you want to have Lara Croft dressed as a barbarian, you can have that. Or if you want to dress in casual clothes, you can have that. But again, for whatever reason, I don't know why this is, the outfits are more expensive than the characters. I don't know why that is. I'm going to be honest. I think more people are going to be buying the characters and the outfits, very similar to what I'm doing. Like, I just bought like a load of characters, and my next purchases are going to be the Resident Evil lot and the Saw lot, because I think that's quite fun and that's exciting. I just think they're some really cool characters, but obviously there's quite a few Resident Evil characters, so I do believe that bundle is like £10, which again, still isn't a lot for like five to six new characters and a load of new outfits for them. I think that is really good and really well priced. It is such an affordable game, and has a fun gameplay loop. It doesn't get boring. It does get boring if you are being slugged and targeted. That is my only criticism with this game. Like, if they just... It's a player base. The gameplay is fun, and it's like not repetitive, because you can switch characters, try out different characters, try out different villains. The combination of characters that you get is always different, so you're never fighting the same person, you're never in the same area, so there's constantly like on your toes. It's scary having them hunt after you. It's just so creatively well made. I love it. I think this is such a brilliant game, and I'm going to give it like a pretty good, solid like 8 out of 10. My only issue with it is the player base, but that's not the game's fault in itself, but it is an issue with the game because you can't play with bots. You have to play this game online. You have to have Xbox Live, PlayStation Plus, whatever, to like Wi-Fi connection to play this game. So you do need to have other people. It's better with friends, but if you do play with randoms, it's still a good time. Other than that, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you all later.